Resistance band spring jumps. You're going to go ahead and grab this blue band here. The idea is this is going to make you jump higher than you normally would. The higher up you hold this, the more spring it's going to give you. You don't want to lean back on it. You want to be back a little ways, but you want it to pull you vertically, not leaning back on it like you would a TRX. So the first couple reps, just get a hang of it, get a feel for it. Once you're comfortable, go ahead and try and jump as high as you can. If you're comfortable with that, 10 times. After 10 of the spring jumps, go ahead and move on to your next exercise, which is treadmill sprints. So all you're going to do here, again, I don't have it plugged in. This is going to be completely manual, so don't try to mess with any of that. If you're uncomfortable doing the sprint, then just go ahead and walk it for 30 seconds. If you're okay with the sprint, get it moving. Once you get moving, as quick as you can for 5 to 10 seconds. Once you finish up the treadmill sprint, go ahead and move on to your next exercise, which is we're going to do 10 to 20 per leg here, 20 to 40 total, whatever you can handle. You're going to bring your elbow to your opposite knee, alternate back and forth. Good. After the bicycles, go ahead and move on to your next exercise, which is reverse supers. Arms behind you, legs out in front of you, the arms slightly off the ground, legs slightly off the ground. The lower everything is to the ground, the straighter everything is, the harder it gets. If it's too hard or too painful on your back, the higher things are, the easier it gets. And then simultaneously, if you want to take more pressure off of the back, but still puts a little more effort into the abs, the more you bend, the easier it is on the lower back. So whatever you're going to do, the idea is to hold it, count to 30. After 30 seconds there, go ahead and move on to your next exercise, which is resistance band pogo jumps here. Grab either the orange bands or the blue bands, whichever ones are up here. The higher up you hold, the more spring you're going to get out of it, so the more of the trampoline effect you're going to get on it. What you're going to do, you're just going to jump on 2 feet. We're not doing a full jump, we're just doing a little pogo hop here. You're going to go ahead and do 20 of them. After 20 reps of the resistance band pogo jumps, go ahead and move on to your next exercise, which is treadmill back pedal here. So we're going to have it on manual. I don't even have this plugged in, so don't try and mess with the treadmill itself. You're going to hold on, sit back a little bit, and all you're going to do, start walking backwards. The lower you sit, the harder it gets, so it's up to you what you want to do. We're going to go for about 30 seconds here. After 30 seconds, go ahead and move on to your next exercise, which is leg lifts. You probably don't want to put your hands under your back. You can put them wherever you want, but that's what most people like to do it. Start with your legs as straight as possible. Lift them up toward the ceiling. Put them down as close to the ground as you can get to. The farther down you get without actually touching the ground, the harder it gets, but the more pressure it puts on your lower back. So if that's a problem, just don't go back down quite as far. And then if it really hurts your lower back, just go ahead and turn it into reverse crunches if you need to. But what we're looking for here is 10 leg lifts if you can. After the leg lifts, go ahead and move on to your next exercise, which is flutter kicks. So you're going to go ahead and lay down, hands wherever they're comfortable, probably below the small of your back. You can put them wherever you want though. And then what you're going to do, just going to flutter away. You're going to use this as a burnout, basically until you don't want to do it anymore. Alright, after the flutter kicks, go ahead and move on to your next exercise, which is resistance band split jumps here. Go ahead and grab whichever band is connected, which it really doesn't matter whichever one you decide to grab here. The higher up you hold on the band, the more assistance you're going to get, the more spring you're going to get. You're trying to get as much spring as you possibly can. So we're going to go into a split stance. From here, you're just going to pop up off the ground, 10 on one leg, 10 on the other. After 10 on one side, switch sides, 10 on the other. After 10 per leg of the resistance band split jumps, go ahead and move on to your next exercise, which is we're going to go lateral high knees through the ladder here. What you're going to try and do is get 2 feet per box, down and back, and make sure your body is facing the same direction on the way back. What I like to do is just start getting my feet pumping before you get in the box, and then from there, 2 feet per box, down and back. After you finish the lateral high knees, go ahead and move on to your next exercise, which is reverse crunches. You can go ahead and lay down on the mat. Probably want to put your hands underneath your back. From here, start with your legs straight. Bend your knees in towards your chest. Straighten it back out. 10 to 20 reps here, whatever you can handle. After the reverse crunches, go ahead and move on to your next exercise, which is lying oblique leans. So we're going to have your feet up in this position, hands by your sides. All you're going to do here is lean side to side, 10 per direction, 20 total. If this bothers your neck, you can go ahead and put your head down. Good, and then after 10 per side, 20 total. Go ahead and move on to your next exercise. Single-legged resistance band pogo jumps. So grab either the blue band or the orange bands, whatever's hooked up here. The higher up you hold, the harder you're pulling down, the more assistance you're going to get out of it. Kind of gives you a little bit of a trampoline bounce effect here. What we're going to go ahead and do, we're going to do 10 on one leg, 10 on the other, and then you're going to do that again, 10 on one, 10 on the other. So 10, 10, 10, 10. These are going to be nice, quick little jumps. After the single-legged pogo jumps, go ahead and move on to your next exercise, which is ladder hopscotch. You're going to start with both feet outside of the ladder. From here, you're gonna hop both feet in, both feet out. You're gonna go all the way down, one box at a time. Once you get down to the other end, if you feel comfortable doing it backwards, go ahead. If you don't feel comfortable, turn around and come back. After you finish the ladder hopscotch, go ahead and move on to your next exercise, which is alternating V-up. So you're going to have your arms behind you, legs straight out in front of you. What you're going to go ahead and do here, right hand meets left foot in the middle, bring it down, left hand meets right foot in the middle, 10 per side, 20 total. After 20 reps of the alternating V-ups, go ahead and move on to your next exercise, which is... Alright, so floor punches here, we'll be doing twists. You've got a couple different options. The easiest option is with both feet on the ground. You want to make it a little bit harder, you take one foot off the ground. Want to make it a good amount harder, you take both feet off the ground. The idea here is you're going to have your hands together and you're going to turn side to side, aiming at the floor. 10 per side, 20 total. Remember, easy, medium, hard. And good. After the floor punches, go ahead and move on to your next exercise, which is